What's going on, girl?
You know what happened, right? Rochelle, that was scheduled to come on this program today, met in an accident.
She's fine. She's fine. She's insured with BCIC, and of course, BCIC to the rescue all the time. She's all right. I spoke to her, and she's fine. She's fine, but she can't. Not really.
Okay.
But
And nothing is wrong with her.
no, she's okay. Thank God.
Crazy.
But what happened to your other friend?
The one where the girl steal our man.
It's not. Why you always take everything to make it be a joke? No, it's not
Because
funny.
Today we're discussing why men cheat. And it's not every woman can handle it when
Yeah.
we find out that our men cheat. As you know, this thing I went on the internet and saw, it says even the good ones do it. I don't know what that meant, but the thing says even the good
But what
ones do
I
it.
can't get with the data is, I mean, well, there's
thing
some
that we saw
data.
last night.
There's some data that suggests that 70% of men
And
on the whole
30%
cheat,
women
and
cheat.
30% of women. So we're the other 40% to service the other,
30
to
is
make up the
doing a lot.
70% of the men. It's not funny because we're both. I'm married. You're in a stable relationship.
Very.
Um,
I don't need to cheat at this point.
no, well, nobody needs to cheat.
But some people do need to cheat. That's why I think they do it. Then what else? They say men do it because, you know, they don't have any reasons. Get the door today.
What happened to your shoes?
Nothing. It's just that I'm relaxing at home. I'm relaxing.
Huh?
I'm relaxing at home.
I hear you. I hear you. Hi, Stacy. How are you doing? Welcome to Our Voices. Come on
Hi,
in, man. How are you
Stace.
doing?
You all right?
Please make yourself at home. Please introduce yourself to Colleen.
Yes, just sit right there. Both of you.
So, Colleen, you're not introducing
Well, Stacy's
friend.
friend. Who? Because Rochelle was, you know.
Stacy, you're not introducing your friend.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is Nicola, my friend.
Hi,
And
Nicola.
She's here to share her experiences with you. And
Okay. Have a ting.
And Stacy, did you drop off the Burger King kids meal?
Here's
for Crystal?
thank you.
sorry.
And she just dipped right into the fries.
I know.
That's
She had the
Crystal
Burger
for
King
you.
kids meal in, and if you ever take it for Alex, then you'll know exactly what goes.
Alex, David.
Oh yeah. And the
It's
kids
true.
meal from Burger King is what he likes. Her husband.
Listen, Colleen and I were just speaking about why men cheat. Well, we weren't speaking about it. I was asking her how you were doing, because I remember the whole drama and everything that happened. And I was just asking how you're doing. How you doing from everything that happened?
First of all, tell the story, cause I piece it up. Tell the story what really happened.
Well, it's an ordeal. It was an ordeal. It started out, well, our relationship started out as friends. He was at my school and we developed our friendship after I left school. Then we started dating. We dated for about 3 years, and then, you know, I thought we had a stable relationship, but he said it wasn't really, and he cheated and he had a child in the relationship.
Weren't you planning the big wedding?
No, not yet. Actually, when I found out that he had cheated, we were kind of like unstable, but we still dated and stuff. And then I started cheating, you know, and then...
No, but let's qualify, because if you weren't cheating, the relationship was clearly on hold.
Yeah, so...
For the purposes of this discussion, we define cheating as having extracurricular activities outside of your committed relationship,
Yes,
whether married
married,
or, you know,
whatever, divorced and settled
common
down.
law relationships, whatever relationship you're in, and you step out of it, that's cheating
With somebody else.
with someone else.
Same sex, opposite sex, it don't matter.
But continue. I disturbed you. I'm sorry. Continue.
Okay, so he caught me in the act of cheating, and at
he
the
caught
point...
you.
Go ahead.
Yes, and you know, at the point, you know, with all the emotions and stuff, he said he think we should make a commitment, a really serious commitment, and he proposed at the time, and I accepted, and you know, all the goofy stuff. So a year after, we decided to get married. Unfortunately, after a year, which when all this drama started, you know, I went overseas for a few months to do the shopping plan for the wedding and stuff. And when I came back, he said he found somebody else.
How did you feel?
Yeah. Did you think it was your fault? I mean,
Yes, I thought it was my fault. I wondered what I could have done more. I just don't know. Everything went through my mind. So, I denied it. I didn't think it was happening, and I tried to displace it. And I tried to talk to him and say, you know what? Okay, you find somebody, she's sexually attractive, so that's it. Just move on. We have a relationship. So he said, no, it's more than that.
It's all very, very interesting to me because you are still very young, and these things have devastating effects on some women, not all. Some women go through emotional turmoil with regards. Callie and my friend over there, no phase her. She gets up and she moves on. But it's an interesting cycle because I think my belief is that in Jamaica it's culturally and socially acceptable for men to cheat versus women. And we see it at all echelons of the society. We see it from the political level right down to any other level. I mean, we've had some senior people where we've turned a blind eye who have had adulterous relationships, whether they're married or not. Everybody. But let me hear your story.
Well,
Have you had anybody who has cheated, or is yours different?
Yeah, it spirals down a different road, actually. My consort, if you can call him that, was a married man. And we
was? Did
Oh,
you
so
break up
you-
the
Well,
marriage?
he is a married man.
Okay.
He's cheating with you.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
No, you see this? Cut. You see who
No,
like
don't.
you?
No, don't put it.
No, don't be
Go
like
on,
that.
Nicola. What
Okay.
happened? What made you want to perpetuate a cycle? Because if women don't allow men to cheat,
They can't.
they don't have
Why
an
did I
avenue to do
accommodate
it.
such a
Yes.
relationship?
I don't agree with that.
Well, hang on, let me hear her story first.
Okay.
Well, you have to be in my shoes to understand what happened. He was a well-established businessman, and he inveigled me with gifts and, promises for, a better life. So over a period of time, we developed a relationship, and we got involved seriously until about 2 years after he somehow stopped calling all the time, and
Because he's married.
he's busy with the kids and all that. So
Hello.
yeah,
What
but
is it,
I
Nikki?
mean,
Nicole, for any second, did you think of the other woman? Did you think of his
Yeah.
wife? Did you
Yes,
say,
That's some serious
mean-
disrespect there, man.
no, it's not disrespect. It's an understanding between two.
No, I disagree. And I disagree, one, as a wife, and two, as a woman who believes that women should not relinquish their power. If a
and
woman
take second stand?
if a woman relinquishes her power to, one, take a second stand and to become the second woman, that's the first thing, or relinquish her power to not stop men from doing what they're doing, then
won't
both ways
stop.
you've lost.
I don't think it's a woman's power to stop men from cheating.
Oh,
Yes,
yes,
it
it
is.
is.
No, no, no.
Because
So who are they going to go to?
Okay, if he didn't go with her, it would have been a man? No, it would have been another woman. And if
think
she
that's
had,
what happened.
if
I think
she,
it's a gender role, right?
How can it be a
Gender role.
gender
Yeah,
role,
it
Stacey?
is because men. Well, it's not fair to say all men cheat, but men will cheat.
most,
No, I think you're playing a victim role, and I think that you are in a position that you are
And you of all
apologizing
the
for your
persons-
presence.
and you of all the persons shouldn't say that because another woman took your boyfriend. Yeah, I can understand if she doesn't know, Lisa. If a woman is out there and a guy comes to her and says, well, I was in a relationship, but we broke up. No, he would
Yeah.
have lied to me. On her case, he stated that he was married with kids. He never told her they were having, he told her upfrontly what was the situation. And she
Colleen,
chose.
Exactly, there is
Yeah, I made a
decision and there's
choice, but-
submission.
And if she had said to him, listen, man, you can't give me nothing I want because I want my own man.
Yeah, but there are other assets to be gained from that, apart from just
But you could have
emotional
got,
commitment.
don't you think you could have gotten it from somebody who was single?
And who was not cheating.
Not at the time. I was
You see-
fleeting and, I guess, vulnerable.
Okay.
And
So he
I
took
disagree.
advantage of her.
I
Were you very
disagree.
young?
no,
So
no. Well,
No,
I knew I
because
was getting myself into, but I didn't know there would be a domino effect where he would cheat on me with another woman.
What goes around comes around.
no, so he cheated.
With
That poor
another
wife. I
girl.
hope that wife has left him.
Yeah, there was a
Because
friend that he used to go out with along with us, and I didn't know that she
Your
was
friend?
a part of his friend.
Okay.
He
It's a
said we
male,
were
right?
just friends.
A male or female?
Female. And eventually we became friends, had phone conversations, and she eventually told me that she was sleeping with him as well. So I just broke it off. No
That's
good.
very interesting. But I'm the last one to be judgmental on anyone, right? I think we've all been in relationships at some point or the other where a man has cheated. Colleen, shut up. Don't bother say nothing.
You saw me salt?
But the choice is you take a decision, right? That, listen, I am not going to settle for anything less. And sometimes you don't know, but when you do know, you move on, because in my mind there is decision and there's submission. You
you know,
decide to cheat. You
I
decide
have a
to
problem
cheat.
with that.
Go ahead and
I
tell me
have
why
a
you have a problem with it.
All right, what is your idea of why men cheat? That's what I want, like, you know.
Woman is the
Why?
first. Woman is the first. Okay? That's
I
my
can't
first.
make a judgment call on why men cheat. I mean,
Right.
the literature
There's no-
suggests that there's 70% of men that cheat
And
and 30% of women. I don't know where the other 40% come from for them to cheat with, but that is what some literature suggests. And there are all kinds of different reasons that are suggested why they cheat. One, they're bored at home.
Yes.
Two,
Right.
they're not fulfilled with the woman. Three, they want other kinds of sexual satisfaction.
Four,
they're
they
under
provide
stress.
all of those.
And they're-
4, the woman has a baby or a child.
and he loses interest.
5, she loses sex appeal, like
There are
probably getting
lots
fat
and lots
or
of things. But
probably
we're
getting
going to
skinny.
take a break, and when we come back, we'll continue discussing why men cheat. Interesting topic. Come on back and stay with us. Hi, welcome back to Our Voices. We're discussing why men cheat, and we have two of our friends here, Stacy, who has been cheated on, and Nicola, who, well,
She'll tell you.
she's she'll explain the story. But we had left off saying we were trying to give some suggestions as to possibly why men cheat, and we had started, suggesting some things as to boredom and the like. But one of the things that are suggested why men cheat on the whole is lack of communication. There's no communication in the relationship.
Yeah, that just reminds me of something I read. I can't remember the source, but just the point. There are 4 things that men look forward to in a relationship. Confirmation. It's not in any order. Confirmation, attention. I don't remember. When I remember them, I'll tell you. But
Shut your mouth. That not you, not you, the man, the woman. Men like when we don't speak a lot.
What did you just say to Stacey?
No, not to Stacey. You're crazy. Not at all.
No, but you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
attention is one of them. They like attention. They like to, whatever you tell them, they like to know that it's the truth. So if they say, oh, baby, you're sexy, whatever, they want to hear it from somebody who's on the street, no matter who it is. Next thing, attention, confirmation, whatever. But the thing is, you have to give the attention to the man at home. Do your homework. Not because you're tired and everything. Do your homework. Because there's some people out there that,
I'm
they will
listening to you.
listen and they don't do anything. They don't do more than what you do,
I hear you, but I want to hear, because Niccolo, I kind of stopped you in the midst of your tracks.
I
because
bitter.
Finish telling me your
understandable.
story.
It's just a reaction.
Yeah, it was just a reaction, and it was
Yeah.
a spontaneous reaction. Finish telling me your story. So you were dating a married man, and then he
Right.
cheated with you, and then he cheated with someone else.
His friend, right? Well, basically, I think that men really look for a playboy bunny of sorts. You know, someone to be there when they have the time and
to fit in their schedule or just to do whatever they want. They don't really need a commitment from you. You know, you're like a side order. You understand me?
Nick, wouldn't you think he would want to think so if you accepted him with a wife? That you also, in his mind, really don't want anything serious? Because if he states to you that he has a wife and all, and he knows he's giving you the gifts, don't you think he thinks it's for the gifts? So you really don't want a commitment either? At the doors, you're there.
It's Mr. Solomon. Come on in. How are you doing?
All right.
Good. Come on in. Colleen, you know, Mr. Solomon McCullough. Come on, sit down, sit down, sit down.
And that's
Stacy,
Stacy.
Mr. Solomon. This is Nicola. Mr. Solomon. Mr. Solomon is from Fathers Inc., a very interesting organization
That helps.
that's in Jamaica that help fathers. And it's an organization we really don't hear too much about.
Well, it's a small organization, but it has been around for quite a while. It has been
know.
around for about 12 years now.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, man.
And for the last 7 years, we have been having a Model Father of the Year competition at this time of the year in celebration of Father's Day,
Father's Day
which is
coming
coming up next. It's the next
Yeah.
big event on the calendar, coming up on the 15th of June.
We're discussing here why men cheat. And, you know, Stacey and Nicola were giving us their stories. And, of course, Carlene and I have probably millions of stories to tell in, you know, previous relationships that we've had. You work with men on a daily basis, and men come to you for counsel.
They do.
What are some of the areas that you hear from them as to why they probably step out of the relationship?
Well, a number of things. Peace of mind is one that
Okay.
you get. A nagging woman. Sometimes it's a situation where they don't attention. They don't get the attention, especially if after the wife or girlfriend or has had a child, and the attention now tends to switch from the male, who it was on before, to the child, and you find that the man sort of gets placed in the back of things, and you know, well, they're probably not getting what they think they should be getting,
And for
Okay.
this, they cheat.
and for this, they might
What
go to the road. I say.
What a excuse.
Isn't that a cop-out mentality, though? I mean, why don't
Well,
you stay
we're
at
saying
home
what
and work
is.
out?
We're not
Okay.
saying that.
No, I'm asking you.
Yes.
In your
it is,
estimation
it
as a
is,
counselor.
It is.
Okay.
It is. But it happens. It's
Okay.
a reality.
What are some of the telltale signs to a woman in a relationship, the second question, that they can look for if their man is cheating on them?
Well, they are there. I mean, if the man is spending a lot less time at home, I mean, and
First start.
that's a first start, right? That's one sign you can take to identify that. If you're not communicating at home, that's another sign to know that something is wrong, and it's possible that he's going out.
But break down communication.
Simple things that are happening in the home, which you need to talk
talk about.
about. What you're going to do today? What did you do today?
Okay.
What you're
Why
going to
so
do,
and so?
and this sort the life. What is happening? What are the kids doing, and so forth. Things to talk about. When you stop communicating in a relationship, it's going to go down, and the man is going to go out.
Any other telltale signs?
Telltale signs. Well, the usual physical things. If the man comes home with that icky and you didn't give it to him, I mean,
Okay.
that's a sign.
All right,
Or
itching.
perfume and
Or perfume.
Or
All right,
lipstick on the-
itching.
Hello. But moving on.
Yes.
I mean, in my mind, and I've said this before, I think, unfortunately, in Jamaica, it has become a cultural and social norm. Because when something ceases to shock society and to create outrages, it means that it's normal.
It becomes an
I mean, adultery sometimes is normal in Jamaica. If you have people who are known adulterers in high positions in office sometimes, and Jamaicans don't have a problem with it, then, you know,
We have come
exactly.
to
And
accept it.
I really believe that women are complicit in the game. I think that if you allow a cycle to continue, because if it is that the situation is not working at home or in the relationship and he refuses to fix it and he goes out there with the excuse, If a woman doesn't take him in and say, listen, go back home and fix
Yeah,
it, he
he's
will
gonna
find
fix
another
it.
one.
True.
Of
But
course.
he will have to go home to fix it if he can't find anybody out there. So I think we turn a blind eye to it.
And of course, men cheat all over the world, not
Of
just in
course.
Not
Jamaica,
just Jamaica.
right? And as I said before, Lisa and I were talking about it. We saw something on the internet, several different topics and different websites that state that a man cheats at some point in his life. Not all, but even the good ones. That's exactly what the words were.
Stacey, I'm hearing that whether you believe it or not, that, because you disagree with a couple of things we said earlier about women losing their power, relinquishing their power if they allow men to do this to them, and you
All right.
disagreed.
Hold 1 second, Lisa, and don't answer. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. Our voices. Welcome back to Our Voices, and our guests are Nicola, Solomon, Stacey, and our topic is why men cheat. Lisa was making a point, so she'll continue.
Stacey, I was asking you a question earlier. I was asking you, why don't you think that women relinquish their power when they allow men to cheat? Because I think they do relinquish their power because they perpetuate a cycle.
And what is the woman's power in,
Allowing
Yeah.
it.
By allowing it.
by saying...
Because the other woman, for instance, the other woman, hypothetically speaking, let's go back to your situation.
Right. And the girl...
You're in a stable relationship for 3 years,
Mm-hmm.
right? You're planning to get married. Now, clearly, this man, whether or not he's upfront, if she's proactive enough, she will do some research on the gentleman, right? She will find out, so you have a girlfriend, are you getting married? Are you married? Or do some background checks, right? If she does find that out, because in 10 times, sometimes you do. Some
If
men
he
are
did
good
lie
though.
to her.
Checks
he
are
didn't
done.
lie
I
to
think that the checks are done.
And sometimes they're
they
like,
are-
if she finds out, you know, a woman is complicit, if she finds out that he is with someone and said, sure, you know, nobody will know anyway. And I'm getting the good gifts and I'm getting the 1 or 2 phone calls or 2 things
No
per week.
commitment, no bother.
She does not have enough power to stop that kind of inappropriate behavior by that man.
Well,
Right?
okay.
And he will continue to perpetuate that cycle, and it continues to be a sociological norm or a societal norm in this country.
Please.
I was getting up to the door the whole time.
Pants not fixed right.
All right, I'll get it. You like who is coming to, so I will get the door.
That's my friend coming.
Come on inside, Mr. G. How you doing? Shelly, you're your friend and your... Anyway. Mr. Stacey, Mr. Solomon Macala,
Father.
and Nicola. We call him Father Solly. Stacey, Goofy, you're not answering my
Mr.
question.
G.
Mr. G. I know him from him was Goofy.
Yeah.
Still
You're
our
not
goofy, but
answering my
he's Mr.
question.
Okay, I have
You-
2 answers for you.
Mhm.
I don't think it's a power issue, and the more we think of it as power, is the more problems we have as as a woman. When men cheat, it's not necessarily a problem with the woman. They do it because they just want to do it, because they can do it, and because it's going to be accepted by the society. It's a
You know,
gender
she
role.
now stop get cheated on.
I was just thinking the same thing.
No,
You now
no, I think
stop get
no.
cheated on.
Listen, the first thing in my relationship, when I start a relationship, when it's going to be soon, it's 3 things. Don't lie to me. The second thing, don't lie to me. And the next thing is respect. Right? Him can do it. It don't matter.
You
But
just
don't
said it
let me know.
doesn't matter. Oh.
Don't let me know.
Listen,
Don't do it.
Stacey, what was the
You want
second
marry
point
or
you
don't
had to
it?
make?
Don't lie to me.
The second point they had to make about the... I wasn't saying that it's a woman in the relationship that has relinquished her power. It is the
No,
other
the
woman who he's
that
going to
is
cheat with.
Accepts it.
Who accepts
Well, I'm just
it.
talking on I can't talk as the other woman because I've never been the other woman, but I'm talking as the woman who
Has
is going
had
to...
experience.
Yeah, or has the
All right,
experience.
well, my love, you were, you were, I don't believe you come.
Hold on. Need to find that digit. Hello? Yeah.
I'm asking my big question and
I
I'm
talk
just
to
getting.
Lisa and Colin right now, so I got to hook you up back. All right? Yeah,
All
look
right.
up.
You were just shaking your head when she was saying what she was saying. Why do you think men cheat? I mean, have you cheated on a woman before? And
Well, it has happened once or so. Yeah? Yeah.
okay,
to the
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Like to the
No, check the levels, right? Because me personally, I believe in having a stable and a strong relationship with whoever. Like, I'm a more of a long-term person than a hit and go.
Okay.
You know, and it is there for any man who wants to hit and go to take that route or that angle. But me personally, when I find a good woman, I try to nurture that relationship.
Good.
Now, personally, as a man, I can tell you, in order for me to cheat, something has to be wrong in that relationship. Whether it might be communication, whether the sex appeal might drop, or whatever, but something has to be wrong. Because I can't find myself being in a sane frame of mind, just know that I have a good woman, and I just go and get up and go out there. No, something I forgot wrong.
Because it's not your nature.
It's not my nature, that. You know, and I don't believe in playing with people's feeling or emotions, so I don't want anybody to play with mine in return, because you have a lot of people, men, and all that thinks that, yeah, when them do something, the woman must just accept it, you know?
As long as she doesn't know, she says, she's fine with it.
You know? But some women know and accept it, so, you know, that
If
will
you have-
fuel the fire for them to go on.
But let me ask you a question, Carleen. Do you think, and Mr. G and everyone at Our Voices, do you think it's a cost-benefit analysis? Meaning, do you think if she does know, she looks at the house, she looks at the car, she looks at all the benefits that are available to her, weighs the cost and say, listen, I'll prefer to put up with it. He's probably gone 2 nights out of the week.
Well,
I'll
check
just
the
put up with
levels.
it.
It all depends on the woman, right? Because if you're a genuine female, I don't think the financial factor
Thank you.
should be the
An
reason
issue.
why you're in that relationship. If you're just looking to skim something, if you're a chicken head, as them call it, and you're just looking to skim something, sure. If you buy a nice car, you're going to stick around. You're in a nice house, you're going to stick around. But if you respect yourself as a female, as an individual,
That is it.
then you can put down your foot and say, you know what, morals. You know what I say? You not stand for certain things. But as long as you give in, it will continually happen.
I have a
lot
question.
you see, let me
me
tell
hear
you
it.
something that I analyze. Being in a relationship, yeah? A lot of women don't know how to treat a man. Trust me. You have a lot of them that want to be treated.
I didn't know there was
But-
a book and a manual that we should have read on how to treat a man.
No, listen.
Oh, okay.
Check this and just think about it. You as a female, you want to be treated a certain way, yeah?
Right.
So you wanted to a man to make you feel as if I'm a princess, I am dear to his heart, and all of them things. The man want to feel the exact same way. True. If a man have a woman who him know say, this woman, she have my back. No matter what go down, she's there. She's genuine. Him can leave him life in her hand and go away and come back and still get it. Trust me, he's gonna stick. But if a man with a woman and him a think to himself, say, say this girl, she not really faithful, she not really genuine. No matter how she pretty, she could be a pretty or a ugly girl. If him don't feel that sense of security,
Then
he's
he's
not
going to
gonna
figure.
stay.
But Mr. G, may I ask you another question? You're in the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
And we all know about groupies and group gatherings and the like. Are you pressured to have more than one woman? Because, I mean, let's look at the media. The media perpetuates it. The society perpetuates it. It's almost a norm.
And the girls show
And
themselves
the girls
at
throw
you
themselves at
because
you.
you're-
Don't worry,
you're a
man. No one
megastar.
will know. You
Right.
can.
You're
Right.
in other
Yeah.
ways, yeah. How you deal with that?
Well, let me tell you something. It's all about self-control.
Okay.
You know what I
Okay.
said?
There's a good word.
Like me, on a day-to-day basis, you'll find yourself, if you want to stray, you are going to stray. But if you don't want to, you're not. Like me, if I'm with somebody and I don't find there's a need to go outside of that relationship, outside of
You'll
that
stay.
bonding, I am not going to.
Are
You
you
know
in
what
a
I'm saying?
relationship now?
I'm not in a, what would you say now? I'm not in a straight up relationship right at this point in
In
time.
a straight down one.
No, me not in a, I'm not attached to anybody for
Right.
say this is a person I'm with. I was the other day,
Okay.
but me and the person
Didn't
pull up
work
and
out.
we just discussed it and say, you know what? It's not working. So before you start doing things and me start
Oh,
doing
that's
things,
very
let's
good.
just chill, remain as friends,
mature.
make sure
That's
say,
very mature
you
way
know,
to deal with it.
Well, okay,
So-
my first question, my question before was, have you ever been cheated on?
if I have been cheated on, I'm not aware of it.
Suppose you become aware of it. This is somebody you love.
If
Everything
I
is
come-
fine. Everything is dandy. The
If I'm
person
aware
cheats
of
on
it,
you. Yeah.
I would not do what you said that guy did was to find out that you were cheating and then proposed.
Right.
Is hit the road, see ya,
Wouldn't
hopefully
wanna-
never again.
Okay. Let me hear your view.
You know?
My view, I'm not quite sure.
The
what's
question.
The question that you're
if
asking.
you're in a relationship,
She's married.
she's married.
I am
and
married.
Yeah, you're
your
married.
husband cheats on
And
you.
you find out that he cheats on you. I mean, you have your kids. Okay, whatever situation is, you're married. You find out that she's cheating on you.
Hypothetically speaking, if that were to happen, I believe in my wedding vows. I believe through thick and thin. It depends on the issue, and I think the nature of it. I am a very strong woman. A lot of people blamed Hillary Clinton for staying with President Clinton, and I'm honestly not quite sure what I would do. Quite honestly, and I'm being very honest with you. Probably I would if it's really insult to injury and a blow to my self-esteem, probably I would say, listen, I don't think this is going to work out. Maybe there's an irretrievable breakdown. And go. If I can work it out, I will stay, depending on the situation, because I believe in communication. But I think we have to take a break and we'll come back to what we were just discussing. Stay tuned, we're talking about men who cheat. Come on back to our voices.
Welcome back to Our Voices. Why men cheat.
We have Mr. G, great entertainer, Stacy, pharmacist, Mr. Solomon McAuliffe from Fathers Inc., and of course Nicola, our good friend here,
Pharmacist too.
pharmacist as well. And we're discussing why men cheat, as Colleen said. And you were asking me a question earlier, if I were cheated on in my marriage, what I would do. And I think I said to you that I do believe in my vows. Depending on the situation, I would weigh the decision, communicate, because I'm a communicator, and so is my husband, thank goodness. Because before I was married, thank God I'm married 4 years, going strong. knock
Still
wood.
married, still and in love. And I can tell you, I saw them last
And-
night.
and it is a life when you decide to take a relationship and make a commitment to someone. You're right. You have to stay in there for the long haul, and you have to be in there for the thick and the thin, and you have to communicate. If no relationship is perfect, and you have to make certain decisions. I've done extensive interviews with
What are
women.
we saying to the listeners, or what do you want me and Nicola and Carlene to learn from this? Men will cheat.
But let me take you back.
Prepare for it.
No,
because
hang
they
on
will
a second.
cheat.
No,
What are you saying?
no,
What are
hang
you
on a
saying?
second. I had
watch
been in a
out.
relationship before, long before, probably two, where I was cheated on. And not because I don't think I did anything wrong. In looking back in hindsight, I didn't do anything wrong. What was worse is that I was young enough and not sensible enough to even know the telltale signs of people, and people told me, but I didn't believe it. But then you get older, but I don't fry people in your fat. That's a past experience, and you move on. And you look to every other relationship, but you never relinquish your power. So
What
I
power?
would,
What-
no.
what is this power
Put
thing?
it this way,
What is this power thing?
No, the
Women's-
power thing. There are a
women's
lot.
lib
No, it's not a woman's lib
So
thing.
what? I don't understand
Well,
it.
let me finish telling you what I mean.
Yeah.
If it is that women have a lot of inner strength and inner power. If it is that a man comes to you and wants to play you as second fiddle to his wife, because that's what you are, okay? Don't get tied up.
That's what she was.
No.
That's what
well-
you were. You're relinquishing your power as an authentic human being.
You
and
have
as an
agreed to
authentic,
the- you have
you've
agreed to the
agreed
si-
to
to
play
the
second
situation.
fiddle. I am better than that, right? And so the man that I married, I knew, and I chose
Are you still
very
convinced
carefully.
that he's still faithful to you?
Of course. And believe me, I am hoping that one day if he chooses to do that, then, and people can call me naive and whatever, but I've been there before, so I understand, and I can stand up and say, listen, you know, this is the situation. What do you think we need to do about it? But thank God that has not happened. And I'm, fortunately for me, I've married him. Carleen can tell you. The two of we can chat.
Excellent.
Yeah. So it's, and, but Carleen can give her own experience as well.
Yeah, so tell us.
Let me tell you something, it's national TV, and I ain't gonna make no fool out of myself. I don't know of it, but it happens. I don't know of it, because when I do, me love for left, period. The whole Jamaica know. Find the condom, me not see the next part, and me go. Me don't even know if him to blow it up. Okay? So, I am different, so I can't say to you, be like me. I'm independent, and that stands a big deal. I'm not waiting on my man to provide for me, and for this I have a stronger say. This is what I think.
Yeah,
So
but
the financial dependency.
Yeah, but Carleen,
plays a
all
great
of us
role.
here are financially independent.
No. She said she dated the guy because of what he had and was giving her, and she couldn't do
Right.
better at that time.
No. I hear what you're saying.
So I'm saying just on that part that some women are out there that knows of the incidents, see them, have them thrown in them face, Lisa,
Exactly.
I can't do anything
And that
because
is
they're
terrible.
financially
That is terrible.
dependent on the man. No, if I stay with a man, it's because, and I know he cheats, it's because I really love him and wants to work it out. It's not because I can't afford to go. You understand what I'm saying? It's
Right.
because I want to, and we're saying the same thing. If it's just a one-night stand, I don't have a problem with it. Not saying for him to go and do it. But when it becomes a relationship, like how he was married and seeing this woman twice
Yeah,
a week
then
for
that's
how much
insult.
months,
That's
me and him
serious
done.
disrespect.
Baby mother and him get back together, me and him done. Wife and him get back together, me and him done. Him want sex, him go find some old harlot out there, fling it on, cool off, and come back to home. Then I know it's a erection speaking.
Okay.
Okay?
then.
Because
My point is that's how I feel about it. I mean,
So,
it's a physical thing. So you
it's-
just
Right.
if it's physical, if it comes out of us down there, which I know, you know it go. But if it coming from here and here, I can't deal with that. Because secondly, the girl might decide she needs to disrespect me in a form that I don't even understand why, only to hear that she was sleeping or is sleeping with my man. And trust me, Lisa gonna come kick her for me.
I don't know why, but the point, don't get me misunderstood, Stacey. Right? I believe that women need to stand up. We can stop that
Yeah.
behavioral pattern
Because
if you
if-
truly want to.
Yeah.
There are a lot of women who get hurt by it. A lot of women who lose experience. Some women can't get back on their feet in relationships because they had one bad experience.
And that's not for her, it's for Nicola.
Right.
And the girls
Yeah,
out
what
there
about
like,
the ones who are not strong enough, who are not independent
But
enough.
that is
try
what
to
I-
become
Not
like
like
you.
you, you know.
Try to
Try to
become,
become
no man.
independent.
Put
What about the
yourself,
ones who have had children and need the support?
Support.
Exactly.
put yourself first. Look at the respect from you and not from what he has to give to you.
It's not about that.
There's more moral to your values than just paying me. So indeed, it could be like prostitution. You're rendering service for stuff. Take yourself, not just you, Nico, not just you, all the other women out there who thinks, because, no, tell him, so listen, if you like me and care for me, plan for me. You understand? Don't just have me like some dead meat. And what happened when you want this man and you can't have him, Nicola? You don't think you go home with endless pains?
No.
Not you, but there's
I work
women.
around it.
No, there's women because it's,
No, but you
it's human
shouldn't have
nature to
to.
want things we can't have.
You
Mr.
know,
G.
the thing about what's happening now in this modern age, right? It's all about society. Society makes certain things look like it is okay to do. Yeah?
But that's what we're saying.
Females feel, because let's be real, a lot of females, if not the majority, are not being faithful to their man right now. And we all know that females master the art of cheating. A female will cheat
True, 'cause we have
and
more
will
sense.
laugh and look directly into your eyes and
Right.
say, I love you, baby. And
Right.
you as a man, you're going to believe. Me as a man, if I do something and me really check for the person, there is that guilty feeling, and if the person who I'm with, if I ever do something, can say, something wrong.
Let me correct that, and Lisa can too, on a female part of it. When we're really in love with a man, there's nothing
Nothing.
else that exists.
Yeah.
That's the difference with us and a man. When we choose to commit and say, this is mine, and it's all about him, for him and him
But
only.
you have some men
And
like
heart
that.
and head.
Not all. Some men are like that.
But I'm telling you, you have men that will be so in love with you and still go and do it because of whatever. When a woman does it, if she's really in love with the man, and as she said, and finance come to her, she will go and sleep with a man to help her man. It was not for the sexual part of it. It was not to have a pleasurable night. Vice
So
versa.
what we're saying, therefore, Carlene, is that women cheat for different reasons. Is that it?
Yes.
So we need another
Some.
program
We
for
need
this
another.
now.
We
Yeah.
need another discussion for that. So,
But-
what are the main reasons why men cheat?
Cheat.
We had just said it
we
before.
said it.
But
Sex,
and
they're bored at
Pull,
home.
I think that there
Yeah,
are
tell us
push
how.
and pull
in
a
various
relationship.
directions.
Push
But
and pull. And of course, there are some men who,
Just can't be
no matter
satisfied.
where,
Yeah.
whether it's a push taking place or a pull taking place out there, he'll just go.
There is
Right.
something on the internet that says when a woman is angry and she holds back sex from her man, she's telling him to cheat. No, usually it's because she thinks he has cheated, why she does not want to give him sex. So which
No,
part
not
of that is
necessarily. It might be for other reasons as well. It can be for domestic reasons.
different?
And
that
other
still
problems in the relationship
right.
itself.
There's a problem though. Don't you think the man should first try and straighten out the problem with her
Sure.
before him go cheat?
Men, I don't think men are not like women. They're not going to communicate that, okay, I have an emotional feeling. Men don't communicate emotional feelings. You know, they're
not all.
All.
Not all.
no, okay.
Not all men.
Sorry, I generalized
Not
there.
all
Let
men.
me
Hold on,
finish.
hold
Let
on,
me finish.
hold on.
I generalized there. I'm sorry.
G-
Not all men express emotional feelings. You know,
It's
you
human.
feel
It's
like
human.
right.
Both
So,
for
so
male
you know
as
what
well
they
as
do?
female.
You know what they do? They put on the pants and the shoes and the pretty shirt. The wife just press it at everything, and they walk to the
You
door.
just press it.
They walk to the door, they go play domino or watch football game, and they see this girl in this nice short skirt, right? The girl might be a little, you know what,
No, I don't
Chicken
know.
head. Mr. G said chicken head.
chicken head, right? And then she just appealed to him at the point in time.
That's pure sex.
So what
Yeah,
you
but,
gonna do?
it has to be
Yeah.
a certain level of self-control.
Exactly.
You cannot,
As he has.
you cannot prioritize how a man cheats,
Yeah.
right? It's either you cheat or you do not cheat.
Not
There are
right.
no levels of our temperature
Or
gauge
break.
I
or
think-
breaks
I
in how
think
you do
there-
it.
I think there
Once you
is.
go out there, it
There
means that there
is.
is a breakdown somewhere, whether in your emotional
That means
stability
you're blaming yourself.
or,
You're blaming
or
yourself.
a relationship. Who's blaming
really.
who?
That means
no,
you're blaming
no,
yourself.
Stacey, not at
Stacey,
all.
let me just
Let
give you
Mr. G,
one word of advice.
Advice from a out there
No.
person.
No, not even say out there.
course
but,
you're exposed.
But
You're
from a man's
Okay.
point, yeah? Now, you as a female, you need to just take some time out and learn about males on a whole. Take time out from relationship, because from what I'm listening or hearing you talk about right now, you don't really know about a man. And from you don't know about that person or males on a whole, you're going to continually going wrong. And from you go wrong, you don't know how to treat. That's the first thing. You're not going to be able to tend to their needs and their wants because you're not taking time out to learn.
So she be part of the push factor.
You know what I'm saying?
God.
All right, you know
Poor
what?
Stacey.
A woman
I
who
think
have
we'll-
a,
I think, but what you're saying, Nicola?
No, I'm saying what exactly doesn't she know?
Exactly.
Could you
That's
specify?
no, from hearing how Stacey's talking, yeah? It's like, I don't know, it's a more of a fairy tale kind of vibe. You know, she's not, it's not sounding realistic at this point.
She's been
know?
cheated on.
Non-realistic.
No,
Well, go
no,
ahead.
she's been cheated on and she has cheated. So she has played the two table, you know, ear back is a bun for bun.
No, let me tell
So-
you, you need to understand what my opinion is. It's my opinion, right? I believe that I'm not. Okay, I'm 100% woman. To me, I have other things that I think would make me okay. I'm all right. I'm fine. I meet you. You like me, but I might not have everything that you want in a woman.
But him have to take what you have and give it with it. On that note, we're going to wrap up. Not you. We have to go. But Stacey, we're going to get a lot of calls for you. Trust me, because there's a man who's going to think, oh, that's my girl. On that note, it's saying bye from our voices.
We can't come to any conclusions on why men cheat. We hope that we gave you some food for thought. And, you know, women, don't relinquish your power. Stand up. You know, if you're going to play second fiddle, don't do it. It's not worth it.
And men,
You're
just
not
love
worth
us
it.
more, please, and respect us, and we'll have a much better world. So,
Thanks
on
to
that,
all.
thank you. Don't
Thank
worry.
you too.
So, you see, let me tell you something. Goofy is a man who wants you. That's a good
Indicator.
point to say you are not going to make it very well with the men. You have to go get
You're apologizing for your
strong.
presence, Stacey.
Yeah, and that's not
No,
right.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
When you
I'm
watch
not.
it, you
Oh,
can see.
what am I apologizing for?
But
let me tell you, just go for what you know you want to do and do it. Don't worry about what him think or don't think. Don't be guilty.
poor Stacey.
I'm not
Yes.
offensive either. That's just my opinion. That is all.
And you that's fine.
No, but
So-
you don't keep breaking down on that point.